Hi everyone, so this is Samri. I wish that I came with a better news or better video for you lot, but obviously you know the situation as much as I do as to what's happening in Ethiopia at the moment, and I thought that I had the obligation to speak up about what's going on and just reflect on the actions that we can take to save our people from monsters and animals that are destroying our people, destroying our country, and destroying our traditions. So if you don't know me, you know from many years back that I am not afraid to speak the truth. I am not afraid to being hated on as long as I can learn or teach a few people on what's happening in Ethiopia. So when I used to talk back on activism back in Ethiopia, 6 to 7 years ago, it was when TPLF had the power in Ethiopia. We thought at that point that there was so much genocide, so much apartheid, so much racism, in-depth racism of what was going on between the Tigray region and all the other regions in Ethiopia, just for some superiority. Now, fast forwards a few years and the situation has gone worse. So much worse though, that it's actually burning people alive. You heard me, burning people alive. So I don't know what type of society that we live on, and I'm sorry if I'm angry, but this makes me so angry because it makes me think, where is the human rights? Where is the law? Where is the government that everyone's been cheering and dancing for? Because if you know me, you would know that I'm always standing for my grounds. I'm always standing for the truth. And I am always standing for the voice of the voiceless and the innocent people that are murdered by mass by our own people. Not by Westerners, not by colonialists, by our own people. I thought it was bad enough 10 years ago when it was, TPLF that tried to overtake the country. Fast forward to 10 years from now, and it is mass destruction, mass killing, okay, from Oromos to especially Amharas. So you know me, and I am against racists. I am against racist, white to black, black to white, but even worse, black to black. This is something that is beneath me that I still can't understand today. So for me, my own sake, I'm thinking, I thought that Ethiopians were strong. I thought that Ethiopians were so, heart and gold boiled that we had the opportunity to just be stand hand in hand, Andanen. I always said Andanen for everything. Andanen means we are one. I always thought that we could overcome anything, all right? But we are being succumbed by a mass of people that doesn't give a flying crap about what's going on. And excuse my language, but I am angry. They do not give a damn about anything that's going on at the moment. And the media is letting them. Okay? Look what's happening in Shashamene at the moment. Look at the Oromos that are going inside houses, looting the houses, burning and cutting up pieces of your brothers and your sisters, okay? They are burning people alive with their flag, thinking it's something to be proud of. And when you are said to be a proud Ethiopian, they have something against you. They want to kill you. Let me tell you something, okay? My country is not done for. My country is supposed to be 86 tribes, entrenched in traditions and culture, in roots and origins, that makes you want to think, oh my God, it is possible for Muslims and Christians to live in a country where there is literally nothing that can destroy you. It is possible to be living with multiple different cultural tribes with nothing happening to you. Is it possible though? Because from what I see in my country, they are destroying hotels, they are destroying restaurants, they are renaming, right? They are renaming parks in Addis, parks that have, legends written on them. They are renaming them with the death of a singer, okay, that occurs nothing in relevance with what is going on at the moment. And for me, I'm sorry, I might be living here in London, but this is so deceitful. Like, I'm Ethiopian, and what are my children gonna have? What are they gonna have? They're gonna have nothing. And look, this is a raw video, okay? There are no cuts, there are no edits, there are no putting in, putting out, there are no paper in front of me. This is me speaking from my soul. We had a protest last Friday in London, and I was honestly hoping it is the time for us to just gather in Marble Arch and just shout for the mass killings of the people. Bear in mind, right, that this is what I came for. This is why I went outside and waved my flag. It's not to party. But when I arrived at the protest, First of all, there were 3 different groups. Again, for some reason, our people cannot conceive the idea of putting legal politics or legal parties aside and just come together for the sake of our people dying. You had one party there, one party there, one party there, and most of them were dancing. They were dancing, they were chanting, they were singing hand in hand for the government. They were singing Abi's name. Abi, what is Abi doing for you now? Huh? Hello? Where is the government, my people? Where is the government? Please tell me, where is the government? Where is the government? Huh? You're here chanting for a government that does not care about you. Because if it did, it wouldn't allow all of these atrocities to happen, okay? And this makes me vexed. This makes me so angry. Because this is not normal. Like, at the end of the day, we are in 2020. When I was speaking about all of this, the last time I was venting my anger like this, it was 7 years ago. And what has changed? Nothing has changed. Things have gone worse. We literally come from a mass destruction, egocentric, narcissistic TPLF up to a massacred, demolished, animalistic OLF that want to overtake everything. For what? Why can't you just be one? Why can't you just take one hand in hand and just have one Ethiopia, right? And you know what the worst part of it is now? The people that were seen in the protests, Oromo people are trying to find them to kill them in broad daylight. In America, in London, in France, in Sweden. What? For what? Do you really think I'm going to shut my mouth because I am scared of you? I ain't scared of you. You don't scare me. But you know what's really horrific in this whole situation is the way they act, right? Because they act like it's not humans, like it's animals. You guys act like animals. You are here chanting, Oromo songs that we can't even understand. You're like, we're OLF, we're OLF. You're there chanting, screaming, cutting, patting, burning. You're looting for what? This is your country. But if you're not Ethiopian, then just leave. No one's gonna stop you. Just leave. You keep saying, I'm not Ethiopian, but you're living in Ethiopia, my brother. What the hell? You're living in Ethiopia. So what are you doing? Right? You're only Ethiopian when it's relevant for you. What do you think you're gonna do? You think you're gonna take over Ethiopia and make it Oromia? What? Have you seen what they did in Shashamane? Oh my God. And it's like, you know what? For me, what is so sad is like, the media doesn't talk about it. Like, there's a real genocide going on at the moment in my country and no one knows about it. The media doesn't know about it, We're here fighting for Black Lives Matter, but what about Ethiopians matter? Like, do I not matter? So I'm here fighting for George Floyd, but no one's fighting for my brothers and sisters killed by my own people in my own country. Like, is that normal to you? Look, at the end of the day, I'm not going to stop talking. I'm only going to shout even more. But let me tell you something, Londoners. If you want to go out and protest, go and protest, okay? Don't be there chanting.
Stop scrolling, this is something extremely important. So I want to say I'm going to be tagging my mutuals with bigger platforms than me so they can help promote this, because this is something extremely important. Talked about this about 2 months ago. The Amhara genocides are still going on. Pregnant women and children are still being massacred, and nobody is talking about it. Oh, and the first time I talked about it, it was duetting a Mr. Beast video for some money contest. Apparently the money was won by a meme. I didn't know memes were more important than somebody's lives on the line. If you want more information and insight on the genocides, this is a good Instagram page to look to. Here's another one that is also on the same process, going through the Amhara genocides and what they're for. Also added a PayPal link, a GoFundMe link in my bio. Please boost them. All the funds from both the PayPal and the GoFundMe will go towards those who were affected in the attacks. For the love of God, if you hate me, you don't like and you despise me, I don't care. People's lives are on the line and nobody else is talking about it. I know my platform is not big enough to get as much attention as it needs to get, but please tag bigger creators or people who can spread this information. This is extremely important when people's lives are on the line.
I'm going to ask you to help me spread the word of what's happening in Ethiopia. There is an ethnic cleansing, a genocide taking place against Amaras. Just the other day, 200 innocent people, including women, children, elderlies, men, were gathered and shot at, an attempted massacre with the intent to cleanse this particular ethnic group. I know there's a lot going on around the world, be it Ethiopia, Nigeria, Armenia, Yemen. There is cruelty and crime happening against humanity. So this is not about our affiliation. This is about innocent people dying. And if the mass killing of innocent people does not shake up your core, if it does not make you feel something, it's time to pause and really ask, what's wrong with this picture? This is about the state of humanness. This is about our ability to feel empathy and compassion for the pain and suffering of people who feel and who bleed.
And I will start right now. I'm going to talk about the ethnical cleansing of Amhara people in Ethiopia. I'm going to talk about this in English so everybody can understand what I'm saying. This is not supposed to be political, so any and every hateful comment under this video I will delete. And I want to start off by asking you a question. What would you do if this was your family being killed for simply being Amhara and for being at the wrong place at the wrong time? Because that is what's happening in Ethiopia. And I feel like international and even national media is not talking about this. But we should be talking about this. We shouldn't be silent. We shouldn't be silenced. And as Ethiopians, we shouldn't be dehumanizing or demonizing fellow Ethiopians. Because no matter where you're from in Ethiopia, at the end of the day, you're Ethiopian. And we should be spreading awareness. So go check out the link in my bio, where you can sign petitions, where you can support in some way. And you should just educate yourself to know what is going on and how you
stop the Amhara genocide. Being Amhara is not a crime.
For over 27 years of TPLF rules, millions of ethnic Amharas have been the subject to genocide. Amharas have been massacred, ethnically cleansed, tortured, and imprisoned throughout Ethiopia. And for the last 3 years under Abiy's leadership, the genocide against Amharas has intensified.
Amhara people are still being hunted like animals and slaughtered under the new government. They're being hacked to death with machetes, children are beheaded, pregnant women having their bellies cut open, and elders were ruthlessly mutilated and dumped on the streets.
Just this year, thousands of Amharas were massacred in places such as Walega, Mithikil, Hararge, Jijiga, Legetafo, Burayu, and Arsi.
To make matters worse, many digital extremists and ethno-nationalists are promoting and encouraging these genocides. By utilizing social media such as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, they are promoting hate speech against Amharas and calling
ethnic cleansing happening in Ethiopia against the Amhara people. This ethnic cleansing has been going on for the past decades. Millions of people, innocent people, have been killed based on their identity, and this needs to stop. Recently, the numbers are going up. Nobody's acknowledging it, even with videos, pictures we've shared. So I ask you to please help us raise awareness. I'm going to tag Amhara Awareness on here so you guys can check out their page and educate yourselves and share with your peers and help us raise awareness, because this needs to be stopped immediately. Stop Amhara genocide in Ethiopia.
As we speak right now, there is a genocide happening in Ethiopia. The cleansing of Amhara people have been going on for a long time, but now things have escalated to a whole new level. Many people choose not to believe that this genocide is happening, but it is a real thing. There is a literal picture of a child with his brain out of his head. A child. Children are being killed every single day. And I am tired. I am so tired. I will be posting every single day. I don't care how long it takes, but people need to know what's going on in Ethiopia right now. The picture is way too graphic, but I have shared it on my Instagram. People need to see our pain and what our people are going through. People need to feel our people's pain.
ከዚህ የባሰ ምንድን ነው የሚመጣው? ተጠያቂውስ ማን? ያንን ሁሉ ምን ሸለለው የታል? መነሳት አለበት። ከመንግስት ምንድን ነው የሚጠበቀው? ህዝብ እኮ እርምጃ ለመውሰድ አቅም አለ። አንድ ላይ መጮህ አለበት።